want to serve this great city as a physician running for public office. My number one priority is to keep our one San Ramon safe, healthy, and thriving. You can please visit my website at www.drdinesh.sanramon.com, and I'd be honored to get your vote. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much for this very spirited exercise on a Sunday morning, which is...
One more second. This election is about the future of San Ramon, and I believe in this future, this election. Please vote for the mayor you can believe in. Shushmita Nayak for San Ramon mayor.
Right.
Vision.
What time is our debate tomorrow, Robbie? I didn't get the email on that.
We can do this every day if you'd like, Dave, right between now and the election.
All right, the joke's over.
All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Dinesh Govindarao, Dave Hudson, Shushmita Nayak, and Aparna Madhurati, obviously very passionate about their city, which is what we want to see. So best of luck to all of you on November 3rd. We're going to move forward now to the city council races taking place in San Ramon. And once again, everybody, I'm Ravi Kapoor from Dia TV. This is the 2020 San Ramon Candidates Forum, sponsored by the Coalition for Civic Engagement. It's a nonpartisan organization. It's also presented by Prosperity Financial Group in San Ramon. And right now we're going to go on to the District 1 and District 3 races, where we have a few of the folks that are running in attendance. A few other folks are not able to be here. Let's start with, I don't see Luz Gomez here, but if she's here, we'd love for her to speak up and join us. She's in District 1. She was planning to join us. And also in District 3, Sridhar Varoz and Varun Kaushal. Let's start with the District 3 race, since I see Sridhar and Varun. Let's start with Sridhar Varoz. You have 90 seconds. Please tell us about yourself and why you're running for San Ramon District 3 City Council position.
Thank you, Ravi. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Coalition for Civic Engagement, and everyone for joining us this morning, actually. Wish you all happy Dasara festival. I understand San Ramon's unique quality of life. It's been a great privilege living in this beautiful community with my wife while raising our two young kids. Both go to San Ramon public schools. I work at a software engineering company, OpenText. I manage a global cloud operations team. I got my master's degree in software engineering from San Jose State University. I know the need to support our community. I have been involved in community services for the last 12 years. For the past 4, I have served as a commissioner for parks and community services, including as a liaison for library facilities and field user committees. I'm also founder of San Ramon Cricket Association. I'm founding member and steering committee member of San Ramon Valley Diversity Coalition. I'm running for city council because I believe that San Ramon is ideal city in which to live, raise a family, work, and to be committed. Our city leadership is changing. Well-experienced Mayor Clarkson and Phil Maloney, they are retiring. There is going to be a huge vacuum in our leadership. So I believe that my experience with the community and participating in rolling out the 10 years master plan update that will shape our community's future has given me the knowledge, experience, and foresight to help guide the city forward. This is why San Ramon's community leaders such as Congressman Swalwell and Mayor Clarkson and many other community leaders have supported my campaign. Please visit my website, sridharforsanramon.com, to find out more about me and my campaign. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sridhar. And I should just mention that your audio was kind of cutting in and out. It was still audible, but it was very low, so you may want to adjust your audio settings when you get a moment. And again, this is the San Ramon District 3 race that we're talking about. 90 seconds now for Varun Kaushal to talk about his candidacy. Go right ahead.
नमस्कार, आपके सभी दर्शकों को दशहरा और आने वाली दिवाली के पावन पर्व की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं. I wish all the viewers a very thank you, Mr. Moderator. I would like to also thank CCE for organizing this event, and to all my fellow residents who care so much for improving our community and are so deeply engaged in our local elections. Our beautiful city is undoubtedly one of the best places to live. However, the fundamental question in this election is to look forward and decide how we want the city to be for our next generation. To all my fellow residents, my campaign is about you, and it is for you. And like you, it is also my deepest desire and a shared vision to see this beautiful city as strong, resilient, and thriving with a robust local economy. A city where we cherish our open spaces, but also work towards building a San Ramon that is leading in clean energy and lowering its environmental impact. A city where we are not looking at binary options of funding or not funding our public safety, but using innovative ways to build parallel alternatives that augment safety for our most vulnerable. To make these and other visions a reality, I respectfully ask for your vote for the San Ramon City Council District 3, and I assure you of working towards serving the needs of our community and our residents. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Varun. Sridhar, real quick, can we just check your audio just for a moment, just to make sure that you're okay?
I'm just checking right now as we speak.
I think we hear you just fine now. That's great. Okay, so I think that worked out. And I should mention a couple of folks that we did expect. We did expect Luz Gomez to be here, but she's not here. And also Scott Perkins was invited from District 1. He is unavailable. In District 3, this race that both Sridhar and Varun are vying for, Reza Mujlaisi was invited, did not respond to our invitation, nor did Samira Rajwadeh. So there are actually two other candidates running for this particular seat. But let's focus now on District 3. Sridhar Varoz, we're going to go into our list of questions here. And the first topic is going to be very similar to what the folks running for mayor were asked initially, and that's San Ramon's growth. The population has rapidly grown, almost unlike any other city here in the Bay Area. Affordable housing is an issue. Schooling, which is very important to folks in San Ramon, is also a big concern moving forward. Tell us about your plan for sustainable development. You have 1 minute.
Thank you. San Ramon is one of the most sought out places to live in Bay Area. The last time when I checked the population, it was around 82,000. And I'm really looking forward for our Census 2020 updates. As of now, we are still below the community voted approved General Plan 2035, which is set to around roughly 96,000 population. But one important thing that I want to make sure that we educate our residents about the RHNA, Regional Housing Need Allocation. That with our current 2023, we are supposed to build 1,417 units. So far, we built only 616 units, and we need to continue to build remaining 811. On top of it, again, we received like another 8-year cycle for 4,720 units that we need to still build for the growing population. On top of it, as a council member, I'll prioritize housing growth in the city core while preserving our existing retail, commercial, and open spaces, housing close to jobs, housing close to retail. This whole relocation of the zonings that we need to avoid disruptions of our existing neighborhoods infills is going to be the more priority for me for the development plan.
Thank you, Sridhar. Varun, you have 1 minute to talk about sustainable development in San Ramon.
Sure. Thank you. As public officials, it is our duty to educate residents about regional housing needs allocation, and that every 8 years, the state determines how much housing that it needs, and the Association of Bay Area Government then provides this allocation to the cities. For the current 2015-2023 cycle, San Ramon's share was 1,417 units. And for the next 8-year cycle, the ABAG needs to allocate 441,000 units, with San Ramon's share to be around 4,700 homes. As a city council, we need to ensure that any new development is, one, focused on building transit-oriented mixed-use communities, allowing people to walk and bike between destinations. Number two, ensure new housing considers the needs of people with disabilities, older people, and children, and ensures equal housing opportunity. Number three, provide for and maintain a comprehensive bicycle and pedestrian system that connects the new development to the other parts of the city. And number four, lastly, ensure that new development is close to the transit, shopping, and reduces the amount of driving. Thank you.
Thank you, Varun. All right, let's get into public safety. We obviously saw what happened with the wildfires throughout California, which was devastating for a lot of us. And certainly PG&E triggered some power outages in San Ramon. There's concern about an undermanned police force in San Ramon as well. So please tell us about your plan to keep San Ramon safe. Sridhar Varoz, you have 1 minute.
Thank you. First and foremost, I want to make it very clear that I do not support defunding San Ramon Police Department. I strongly support our police department. We need to observe that San Ramon is ranked as the safest place to raise family in California, and credit goes to our police department and our peace-loving community. We need to observe that the ratio of police in San Ramon is around 0.81 per thousand, in compared to the similar sizes like if you take Pleasanton, it is 0.92 per thousand, and whereas Vallejo is around 0.87. So we still below the average ratio of police per thousand population. This does not mean that we need to reform our police. Definitely, I'll work on with our chief. We had a very good conversation about the future, and he is very open to work with us on diverse panel with the San Ramon Valley Diversity Coalition. And also one more important thing that we need to know that the San Ramon similar size of cities by 2022, January 2022, cities are supposed to provide the data to the community as per the state mandate. And on the fires and all those things, like recently I had a very good conversation with our fire chief.
I think we have to leave it there, Sridhar. You've exceeded the 1 minute, but thank you. Varun Kaushal, you have 1 minute to talk about public safety in San Ramon.
Having personally interacted with the police officers in our neighborhood, I have observed a mutual admiration and respect between the residents and the police. I think we cannot see our police with the same lens as some of the other larger cities in the country. San Ramon Police is one of the most cost-effective per capita when compared to other neighboring cities. And the police has taken numerous steps to train officers in de-escalation tactics and better respond to mental health calls. However, there are further actions that the City Council can initiate, such as, one, the City Council must collaborate with our county to put in place a parallel system where police deals with violent crimes and non-violent crimes related to mental health illness are handled by mental health professionals supported by the police, thus creating a hybrid model. And I've discussed this with our police chief as well. Number two, the police would provide comprehensive use of force reports to the City Council to build transparency, which, by the way, is not happening today. And number three, I would also advocate for an oversight committee composed of people knowledgeable about both criminal justice system and the policing so they can successfully conduct that oversight. Thank you.
Thank you, Varun. Okay, we'll get into COVID-19 now. Of course, like many cities around the country, there's going to be a significant revenue shortfall. San Ramon is not immune to the challenges that are facing so many cities. Small businesses in particular have been decimated. What are you planning to do to make San Ramon prepared to address the pandemic for the near future? Sridhar Varosh, you have 1 minute.
Thank you. We all know we are living in unprecedented and overwhelming times. This is an issue that affects all of us. It is not just impacting health, but job loss, financial impact, mental health issues, increase in domestic violence. Thanks to all our residents for wearing the mask and maintaining social distancing and keeping the COVID-19 infection rates very low in our city. Our top priority is to ensure that all our community members stay healthy. To do this, I will continue to collaborate with county to make sure residents are receiving the testing that needed. And also I'll collaborate with the county to make sure that we prepare all the logistics for vaccinations coming in the future. Another important thing is I strongly believe vibrant small business are important for thriving communities. It is very sad that the pandemic is destroying our small businesses, but they're no fault. I'll continue to bring our masterminds from Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development Advisory Committee to seek opportunities and solutions to help our small businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Sridhar. Okay, Varun, you have 1 minute to talk about COVID-19 response in San Ramon.
Sure. I understand that these are difficult times, but there are numerous steps that the City Council can take that can have an immediate impact on our business's bottom line. For instance, having a green business certification and assistance program run by the city that distinguishes and certifies small to medium-sized businesses as green businesses, allowing them to build their brand and take a leadership role as environmental stewards with while increasing their customer base. Number two, providing storefront improvement grants matching a minimum of 30% or $3,000 to help businesses to enhance the look of their stores and increase foot traffic. Number three, let go of the license fees and any late fees or payment penalties for new and existing businesses for 1 year and work with county to provide extensions on commercial property tax payment. And number four, post-vaccine, conduct more community festivals like the Art and Wind Festival that brings a community together and increases foot traffic for retailers. Thank you.
Thank you, Varun. Okay, and let's now get into money and politics. We had some a very interesting discussion in the Mayoral's side of things. How is your campaign being funded, and what is your philosophy on money and politics? Certainly in these particular races, there's been a lot of money spent by different campaigns. Sridhar Varosh, you have 1 minute.
My favorite part of campaigning is walking and talking to voters in the community. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, this is not anymore reality for us. We cannot do door knocking, so we end up mostly depend on our virtual commercials. And fortunately, being in the community service for the past 12 12 years, I built a lot of friendships, and also I play cricket in the community, so I built a lot of friendships within the cricket community. So my budget is around $18,000, and majority of that money come from San Ramon residents, my friends, most of them. And also I received my campaign endorsement as well as contributions from unions. My campaign expenditure is a little bit definitely expensive than any other candidates, because I order all my campaign material from union-owned small businesses. You can see a small union bug on my campaign material. And I do support our local businesses. That's why that I'll go with our union-owned local businesses. So that's pretty much about my campaign fund.
Thank you, Sridhar. Varun Kaushal, you have 1 minute to talk about money and politics.
Sure. While I do that, I also want to remind the voters that I'm running because of a deep desire and a vision to see this beautiful city as strong, resilient, and thriving with a robust local economy that is capable of catering to the diverse needs of its wonderful residents. I believe that the council must reflect the fabric and that also fabric of the city, and that also comes down to how the campaigns are funded. Mine is a completely self-funded clean money campaign. COVID-19 has placed a lot of restrictions on how the campaigns have operated, and my campaign has relied also a lot on the power of word of mouth, social media to engage the voters. Besides that, the other ways have been through placing campaign signs, local news media, virtual candidates forums such as this one, and using the power of online advertising. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And let's summate your campaigns. Sridhar, Varoz, you have 1 minute to tell us about, to finalize why people should vote for you.
Once again, thank you, Coalition for Civic Engagement, and everyone for joining us this morning. I'm running for City Council to protect our great quality of life. As Parks Commissioner, I'm proud of our beautiful parks, trails, green spaces, golf courses, and open spaces. I've worked for parks and community services programs, including library services, art programs, and also worked closely with our community leaders on updating our 10 years master plan that shapes the future of the city. Though the work does not stop here, my priorities should you elect me as your representative on the City Council are safety, protecting our open spaces, and managing our finances with a balanced budget. Regarding our safety, this includes safe neighborhoods, safe schools, and safe roads. All our open spaces are sacred. I oppose any development that threatens our beautiful natural resources. I believe that strong finance is key to the foundation of our city. I know that we are in unprecedented times due to COVID-19 pandemic with tough economic challenges ahead. I will study our budget and work diligently to ensure city funds continue to be spent wisely and efficiently while looking at creative ways to increase revenue and maintain a balanced budget. I'm a member of Rotary Club, San Ramon Chamber of Commerce. Appreciating my 12 years of community service, I'm supported by Congressman Swalwell and Assembly Member Rebecca Bauer-Kahan, Mayor Clarkson.
Thank you,
Please
Sridhar.
visit my website, sridharforsanramon.com, to find out more about me and my campaign. Earning your vote would be my greatest honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Sridhar. Appreciate that. Varun Kaushal, you have 1 minute to talk about your campaign.
Sorry, Ravi, before I do that, and I would like my clock to start back again. Is this the closing statement?
This is the closing statement, indeed.
Then was it 90 seconds? I thought it was 90 seconds, right?
You can take 90 seconds, that's fine. I think Sridhar just took 90 seconds just now, so go right ahead.
Okay, thank you, Ravi. To my fellow residents, my campaign is about our shared vision and dreams that we have for this beautiful city. My vision for our city is one where we are not just building a city for the next 4 years, rather laying the foundations for a city that is suited for our next generation. A vision where San Ramon is not just dependent on its retail sector for sales tax dollars, but a San Ramon that is transitioned to the next hub of entrepreneurship, innovation, and is business focused. A San Ramon that is a hub for industries in the areas such as clean energy, automation, advanced manufacturing, healthcare, and fintech, while still managing and caring for its environment and open spaces. A vision that is not about defunding our police, but is about bringing transparency to our police department, such that their use of force reports are reviewed by the City Council, which, by the way, is not happening today. I would also collaborate with the county to ensure we put in place programs to answer nonviolent calls related to mental illness by mental health professionals and EMR. A vision to help our existing small businesses in these tough times by providing storefront improvement grants. A vision for our city to be reducing its carbon footprint by installing solar panels on all city-owned properties. This would save money, stimulate the local economy, and create jobs. My fellow residents, it would be my great honor to have the opportunity to represent and serve you as a council member in the San Ramon District 3. I respectfully ask for your vote in these elections. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And believe it or not, that concludes this event, which thank you all to all the candidates for generally adhering to the time and the format. This has been a tremendous improvement from what we've done in the past where, let's face it, politicians like to talk and we want to hear what they have to say and all the ideas in that exchange. So we're very appreciative for everyone for joining us this morning. And again, thank you to the Coalition for Civic Engagement for setting this up, as well as Prosperity Financial Group in San Ramon for supporting this event as well. I'm Ravi Kapoor for all of us at Dia TV. Thank you so much for watching. And again, our thanks to the mayoral candidates, Dinesh Govindarao, Dave Hudson, Shushmita Nayak, and Aparna Madhireddy, as well as Sridhar Varoz and Varun Kushal, who are running for District 3 City Council position in San Ramon. We will see you again next time. And of course, for those of you that watch our network regularly, we're doing a 3-hour live broadcast on election night, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, with races from all over the country, not just the federal elections, but a lot of the local races, including San Ramon and Fremont. There are a ton of candidates, especially of diverse backgrounds, of South Asian backgrounds, that we will be tracking on elections nights. We're looking forward to that. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.